In the heart of New York City, where boxing legends have been born and history has been written under the bright lights, the stage is set for another high-stakes battle. On June 14th, inside the theater at Madison Square Garden, a young champion, with something to prove, will stand across from a battle-hardened warrior determined to reclaim his place at the top. Richardson Hitchins, undefeated and riding a wave of momentum, is preparing to defend his IBF light welterweight title for the very first time. And across from him, none other than George Kambosos Jr, a fighter who's tasted glory, endured defeat, and is now stepping into a new division with one goal: to shock the world again. Hitchins comes into this fight with an unblemished record of 19 wins, no losses, and 7 knockouts. He's a technician, a slick boxer with fast hands, excellent footwork, and an IQ that betrays his years. Last December, he picked up the IBF belt in a hard-fought split decision over Liam Paro in Puerto Rico. It wasn't the kind of dominant victory that silences all doubters, but it was enough to get his hands on the gold and raise eyebrows in a division stacked with killers. Now Hitchins is back on home turf, in front of a New York crowd that knows it's boxing, ready to show that he's not just another name in the mix, he's the real deal. And this division runs through him. Standing in his way is a man who's made a career of flipping the script. George Kambosos Jr doesn't care what the odds say. He's made his living walking into other people's backyards and leaving with their belts. With a record of 22 wins and 3 losses, and 10 of those wins coming by knockout, Kambosos knows what it means to dig deep when the pressure is suffocating. Back in 2021, he stunned the boxing world when he outdueled Teofimo Lopez in an unforgettable upset at Madison Square Garden, snatching multiple lightweight world titles in the process. That night, he was fearless, relentless, and above all, he was victorious. Now, he's jumping to 140 pounds, chasing another chapter in his already dramatic story, this time aiming to become a 2-division world champion. But Kambosos enters this fight surrounded by skepticism. Critics haven't forgotten his recent stumbles, 3 losses in his last 5 fights, and they're not convinced he belongs on this stage anymore. His last outing at 140 pounds didn't exactly silence the noise either. He fought Jake Willie, a last-minute replacement opponent, and although he got the win, it came via decision against a man many believed didn't belong in the same ring. There were moments in that fight when Kambosos looked flat, slow even, vulnerable. To some, this title shot feels like a lifeline rather than an earned opportunity, and that's a narrative he'll have to smash to pieces on fight night. Hitchins has heard all the criticism, and he's not backing down from it. He knows people are questioning the legitimacy of this fight, wondering why a young champion with everything to lose would give a shot to a fighter some say is past his prime. But Hitchins sees it differently. He's not chasing easy fights. He's chasing names, legacies, and moments that stick in people's minds. He wants to beat the guy who beat Teofimo Lopez, because in his eyes, that win still holds weight. That scalp still matters. Hitchins isn't just trying to defend his title. He's trying to make a statement, and if he has to silence the doubters one by one, then so be it. Looking past June 14th, Hitchins has made it clear he wants the big fish next. He's targeting the winner of the looming showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza Jr, a clash that could shake up the 140-pound division in a big way. If that fight doesn't pan out, he's got his eyes locked on Subriel Matias, one of the most feared names in the weight class and the IBF's top-ranked contender. These aren't the words of a fighter looking for an easy path. Hitchins is plotting a takeover, and Kambosos is just the first obstacle. If he can get past the Aussie, the road ahead could be filled with unification bouts, main events, and the kind of money that turns contenders into superstars. Kambosos, for his part, is embracing the role of underdog yet again. It's familiar ground for him, and oddly enough, it might be where he's most dangerous. He's been doubted before. He's been told he didn't belong before, and each time he's found a way to turn that disrespect into fuel. This isn't just another fight for him. It's a mission to prove that he's far from finished, that his loss to Devin Haney didn't define him, that he's not some washed-up name clinging to past glory. He's coming to New York with bad intentions, and he's determined to ruin Hitchins' homecoming. Kambosos isn't just showing up to compete, he's showing up to take everything. The contrast between these two fighters couldn't be sharper. Hitchins is calculated, smooth, and precise. a surgeon in the ring. Kambosos is pressure, volume, and grit, a storm that refuses to be ignored. When those two energies collide inside that ring, it's going to be a chess match with real consequences. Can Hitchins control the pace and stay a step ahead? Or will Kambosos turn the fight into a brawl and drag the young champion into deep waters? It's not just about belts anymore, it's about pride, perception, and proving who belongs on boxing's biggest stage. Beyond the punches, this fight carries serious weight for the future of the super lightweight division. If Hitchins wins and does so impressively, he'll launch himself into the conversation with the likes of Lopez, Barboza, and Matias. His stock will skyrocket, and the boxing world will have no choice but to pay attention. But if Kambosos pulls off another upset, it would be one of the most stunning resurgences in recent memory. It would silence critics, reopen doors, and rewrite a narrative that many thought was already closed. As the countdown to June 14th continues, the buzz is only getting louder. Fans from both sides of the globe are making plans, placing bets, and choosing sides. The lights are ready, the stakes are sky high, and the tension is building by the day. Will Richardson Hitchins rise to the occasion and cement his place as the next star of the 140-pound division? Or will George Kambosos Jr. step through the fire once more and shock the world like he's done before? One way or another, Madison Square Garden is about to witness something unforgettable. And when the final bell rings, somebody's story will change forever. The lead up to this fight has been filled with subtle jabs, quiet confidence, and a sense that something explosive is brewing beneath the surface. Hitchins, though never one for trash talk, has made it clear that he views this as a defining moment, not just for his career, but for his identity as a fighter. He's been patient, building his resume fight by fight, and now, standing under the spotlight of Madison Square Garden, he knows there's no room for hesitation. Every round, every exchange, every inch of the canvas is a chance to prove that he's not just a prospect anymore. He's a champion built to last. And against a name like Kambosos, a win won't just be another number on his record. It will be a loud, definitive message to the division that Richardson Hitchins has arrived, and he's here to stay. For Kambosos, this isn't just about titles or proving people wrong. It's personal. Every time someone writes him off, he remembers the nights he sacrificed with his family, the blood he spilled in training camps, and the pride he carried into enemy territory just to chase a dream. To him, boxing has never been about convenience. It's been a war of survival. That mindset makes him dangerous, especially when his back is against the wall. He's not coming to box pretty or play nice. He's coming to push the pace, close the distance, and break Hitchins' rhythm before the young champion can find it. This is a fighter who thrives in the chaos, and he'll be looking to drag Hitchins into the kind of dogfight that tests the soul, not just the skill, but the X factor. Might be the moment itself. Fighting in New York, inside the same building where Kambosos pulled off the biggest win of his life, adds another layer of intrigue. Will that history give Kambosos a psychological edge, a reminder that lightning can strike twice? Or will Hitchins, fighting just miles from where he grew up, feed off the crowd's energy and rise to another level? These are the intangibles that can't be measured on paper, but they always find a way to shape the narrative. Under those lights, when the roar of the fans drowns out everything else, instincts take over, and only one man will have the will to impose his. So as the final days tick away, both camps are locking in. The training is sharpening, the game plans are solidifying, and the emotions are starting to boil. This isn't just another fight night, it's a collision of timelines, a clash between the old guard and the new, the proven and the promising. And when that first bell rings, everything they've carried, every doubt,